The explosives industry is led by safety and environmentally conscious professionals whose goal is to improve the technologies as well as blasting techniques to make the world a better place to live. Safety and environmentalism is simply good for the explosives industry's business. The explosives industry has come a long way in terms of the history and development of blasting technologies and practices. Blasts that historically once filled the sky with dust and rock are now tightly controlled and monitored. The protection of the environment and safety of all individuals and property are primary concerns of the explosives industry, with diligent environmental and safety programs being implemented across the community of explosives manufacturers, transporters, and users. There are industry best practices as well as company-specific practices that support the safe and environmentally responsible use of explosives. These programs are overlaid by a variety of federal, state, and local regulations that the industry must comply with. Even in some of the most pristine environments, the explosive industry works alongside the mining, construction, quarrying, and oil and gas industries to ensure compliance to strict environmental regulations and the protection of our planet. The explosives industry produces a wide variety of explosives that are formulated for various blasting applications. Some are designed to function completely underwater or wet conditions, and thus formulated to be completely waterproof. Others have no water resistance and are used when there is no water present. The product choice is determined by the conditions, wet or dry, that present themselves in the field. The environmental effects of explosives used for blasting are generally confined to the actual blast site. These effects are known as fly rock, ground vibration, air blast, and transient dust or fumes. They are required to be monitored and held to specific regulatory levels to prevent adverse impacts outside of the permit or boundary area of the quarry, mine, or construction site, minimizing any risk of public exposure or influence. The modern blaster has access to a large variety of technical tools and products to ensure a safe and correct blast design to minimize adverse environmental effects. The potential to impact surface or groundwater with the substances used in commercial explosives can be controlled through drill monitoring, proper product selection, the implementation of process control measures, and best practices. Educating and training explosives users is a critical component in our efforts to safeguard the environment. All personnel working with commercial explosives, including blasting engineers and business owners, are continually trained to know applicable environmental regulations and to understand any potential consequences associated with the product's exposure to water. The industry also continues to focus on research and product technology development to increase the product's reliability and performance in these environments.
Selecting the proper explosives for a particular job is an important aspect to preventing water environmental impacts. Various types of commercial explosives are available to withstand exposure to water. Water-resistant explosives include the cartridge forms of gelatinous nitroglycerin, water gels, slurries, and emulsions, and bulk forms of water gels, slurries, and emulsions. Attention to all technical details of the blasting process is a primary responsibility of today's blaster and the professional explosives engineer. Not only are they responsible for loading explosives into blast holes, they are also in continuous communication with the drillers of those holes and/or are supplied with adequate drill logs. This ensures that information regarding subsurface fractures, crevices, or cavities is obtained. Where bulk ANFO or emulsion is used in fractured, creviced, or cavitied blast holes, plastic blast hole sleeves, properly positioned inert stemming decks, or other methods are used to ensure efficient detonation of the explosives and the avoidance of excessive charging. Proper drill pattern design is prepared, and drilling to plan designs are completed so that explosives are used optimally and efficiently. Quality control measures are used to maintain drilling accuracy and ensure that drilling is in strict accordance with the drill pattern design. For each blast hole, delay timing, inter-row timing, and row-to-row timing are carefully planned and selected to ensure adequate time for rock movement and minimization of the potential for cutoff blast holes. In addition to being one of the most heavily regulated industries in the world, the explosives industry appreciates and recognizes the value of protecting its employees, the public, and the environment from the start. From a history where dust, noise, and rock may have filled the sky, today's professional blasters, explosives manufacturers, and other industry professionals work together with local, state, and federal regulators to ensure the highest level of environmental stewardship possible.